Welcome to Developing a Project Plan, the fourth in the series of everything you need to know about grant writing. Passion drives us to generate great ideas, and good planning brings those ideas to life. One of the mantras in project planning is 5 Ps. Proper planning prevents poor performance. In other words, planning is not optional. Detailed project plans are important because they force you to think through all the aspects of the project and give you a clear path forward when you're successful with your grant application. Project plans also build confidence in the potential funder. They will realise that you are organised and be confident that if they fund your project, it will be a sound investment decision. I always begin with the end in mind when I develop a project plan. What I do, what do I want to achieve? What steps do I need to take to get there? The other benefit of a good project plan is that it will support you when the unexpected happens. You will be able to refer to your plan and clearly see the knock-on effects of any unexpected events. The project plan ensures you think through all the aspects of the project, gives you a clear path forward, builds confidence in the potential funders and other supporters, will support you if the unexpected occurs. All funding bodies want to know what you aim to achieve through your project and usually want to see your project plan. What is the desired result? What changes will occur because of your project? In other words, what is your project goal? The project goal is a broad statement about the purpose of your project and is supported by a number of objectives. An objective defines the specific, measurable actions that must take place to achieve the overall goal. One way of deciding if your goal and objectives are clear is to apply the SMART principle. S stands for specific. Are your project goal and objectives clearly defined and precise? M stands for measurable. Can you see and keep track of the project's progress? A stands for achievable. Is the project goal achievable within the timeframes you've set and the resources and budget you have allocated? R stands for relevant. Does the project goal fit with your overall purpose or vision? And T stands for time-bound. When will your project goal be delivered? Not only will you have an endpoint for celebration, you'll have a deadline to keep you motivated. Now, let's bring the SMART principle to life with an example. Our project goal is to host an annual fun run for people of all ages and abilities on the rail trail in October to raise funds for the school's sports program and to ensure our rail trail is a safe part of our future that connects the community to the past. Let's apply the SMART principle. Is it specific? Well, yes, it's a fundraising fun run for people of all ages and abilities that is looking to attract 200 people. Is it measurable? Yes, we can measure whether or not the fun run was accessible for all ages and abilities, and whether it was held annually, and whether it raised appropriate levels of funds. Is it achievable? Yes, we believe it is. Things to account for here is the likelihood it will get the support of the school and the broader community, and the volunteers needed to resource the event available. Is it relevant? Yes, we're a local school raising money for our sports program. Is it time-bound? Yes. The fun run will be held each year in October. Planning can be done in different ways. Because we are all different and think differently, planning methods vary. So find a method that suits everyone and where everyone feels their input is equally valid. This might be via a mind map, where you take a concept and follow it along as it branches out until it's exhausted. You could use sticky notes with the core ideas and people, work on moving the ideas and actions and partners around until they make sense in a timeline. It might be you use an online platform. There are many project planning tools available. It might be your group's way to just work things through on a piece of butcher's paper or an Excel spreadsheet or Word document. Regardless, let's look at the basics. Now, you have your clear specific goal and have worked out different ways to create your plan. We are going to investigate what information funders want from the project plan. All good project plans have the same components: SMART objectives, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time-bound. A list of key tasks. This will help you understand what has to be done to undertake your project. Specific measures. These are generally thought of as milestones that you achieve along the way. Resources that are needed to deliver the project. This will cover people, equipment or materials. A clear budget and a process to track costs. We will look at this in detail in video 5, budgeting. And finally, clear dates and for deadlines. Let's look at this one for the fun run. Objectives are groups of activities that will help achieve the goal. One objective for our project might be to recruit volunteers for the Rail Trail Fun Run. Tasks are the doing parts of the objectives. What do I need to do to make this happen? Tasks related to the recruitment of volunteers might include place flyers up at the IGA, sports ovals and the rail trail. Talk at the school, mothers groups and men's sheds. Engage some community champions and create a series of Facebook posts. This fun run and some of your projects are significant in size and the time to get it organised. That's why this example objective gives consideration to building a team of volunteers, not just a couple of people. Lack of volunteers can result in burnout of those involved, no matter how much they love being involved in the project. You can't run a project on your own. You need a team. The project will fizzle out in the future if you don't resource it well. Remember what I said earlier. Always begin your project planning with the end in mind. What do you want to achieve? What steps do you need to get there? Identifying clear success measures in the beginning of your project will make it so much easier for you to report at the end of your project. Funding bodies expect a final project report, but they're not the only ones interested in your project. You'll want to let your committee, the local community, and in many cases the media, know about your project's success. Success measures are the changes that we can measure to show the progress being made towards achieving the stated goal. Some examples of success measures and the evidence we will see for our objective of recruiting volunteers could be the number of volunteers, calculated using our plan, skills sets identified, develop our position descriptions for all volunteers' roles by 31st of August. 5 expressions of interest forms completed by mid-September. 10 volunteers signed up by 1st of October. Another way to talk about success measures is as project impacts. Project impacts are the changes that occur for your project participants or other stakeholders as a result of their involvement in your project. Impacts can appear gradually, and it can be helpful to divide them into short, medium, and long-term impacts. Impacts can also have positive consequences for the broader community. A short-term impact would be something that happens during or at the completion of your project. For example, more people are aware of the fun run and the number of volunteers needed to run the event, and there is an increase in the number of people volunteering. Also, that we raised enough funds for the sports equipment we need. A medium-term impact would be something that happens 3 to 6 months after the completion of your project. For example, weekly walking and running groups emerge. And finally, a long-term impact is something that happens over a year. An example would be that a community survey shows more people are exercising on the rail trail regularly. Let's review what we've covered in the project planning video in the Everything You Need to Know About Grant Writing series. We've explained the 5 P's of planning, identified SMART project goals and objectives, and worked through a sample project plan. The importance of identifying success measures at the start of your project, and the value of a strong team, gathering the right people in your project team, helping them understand their roles and keeping them motivated along the way. The next video in the series will cover budgeting, so be sure to catch it.